Our theme for today is a declaration. I declare victory is the theme. I declare victory. And I believe Isaiah chapter 54 is up there. Amen. And today's message is more of about maintaining and establishing a mode that says I'm victorious. And this journey in life, there are times when we don't feel like we're victorious. Amen. And so this message is one, and actually we're going to do probably at least a 2 or 3 week series on Isaiah chapter 54. I believe this is a prophetic word for some of us, and this is not a good time for the nation of Israel. If you remember, under the reign of Solomon, right, Israel led the world. But because of sin, at the top, there was division within the nation, and then the nations divided and became 2 nations, Judah and Israel. Most of us know that, right? And so during this time now, this is not a good place for the nation of Israel because the Assyrians had dethroned them, okay, and literally eliminated Israel as a nation. And the prophet Isaiah presents this prophecy during a time when it was well needed. So we're going to look at this chapter, verse 54, and we're going to find that, I believe, there's a category in this chapter that fits all of us where we are right now. How many of us, even though things seem to be okay, we're trying to get victory in a certain area, right? How many can relate to that? Right, yeah, I know you say, well, my bank account's good, my investments are good, my mortgage is paid off, and cars are paid off, but there's something that you're trying to get victory in. There's something, someone, an area, right? And I believe that as we read Isaiah 54, we're not going to dig deep into it today, but we're going to read it, and then we're going to have a time where we boost our morale. Amen. Amen. Are you there? In verse 1 of chapter 54. Now I'm not going to read the whole, I'm going to read it all, but I'm going to stop per these categories. Amen. It says, "Sing, O barren, you who have not borne, break forth into singing and cry aloud, you who have not labored with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married woman, says the Lord." So we see a category here of those of us who feel depleted. Those of us who feel like we're in a dry place, right? He's talking to you, those who can relate to what it is to be barren, to be empty. Then in verse 2, he says, "Enlarge the place of your tent, and let them stretch out the curtains of your dwellings. Do not spare, lengthen your cords, and strengthen your stakes. For you shall expand to the right and to the left, and your descendants will inherit the nations and make the desolate cities inhabited." So right here now, some of us are in a category where we are going to see some things enlarged. We're going to see some increase, right? Some of us, we've been fighting through some finances. Some of us, we've been fighting through some things where we feel like, we've just been depleted and our goods are no longer what they used to be. God is saying here that I'm going to enlarge the place of your tent. Hallelujah. And stretch them out. The curtains of your dwellings, right? And then he talks about our descendants, those who are coming behind you. So when God now enlarges the place of our tents, those coming behind us are also going to be able to get blessed through our blessing. How many know when you're blessed, others can be blessed through you being blessed? Yes. Amen. I'm blessed today because I'm drawing from somebody else's blessing. Amen. I'm blessed today because there were some folks who knew how to get to the garment of Christ and taught me how to get to the garment. See, this should be contagious. We should be blessed so others around us can be blessed. Right? And then verse 4 it says, do not fear, for you will not be ashamed. Right? So we see there are some in the house, you're battling fear. You haven't gotten victory over things that you're fearful of. The prophet is highlighting that there. Right? We're going to learn how to declare victory. Right? We're going to learn how to declare victory over the fact that we appear to be bound. We're going to have victory over the fact that our tents don't seem to be, or just don't, there's not enough room in our tents. God's going to enlarge. We're going to get victory over fear. I thank God today, and you heard me testify a week ago, that I have been free from certain fears that I've had. Yes. Some of you in here are still fearful of certain things. There's a God who has sent his spirit that can deliver you from fear. He will put you in the process. See, a lot of us, we don't want to go through the process. We don't want to stay the course. But the God has given us the power through his spirit to overcome all fears. Yes. Yes. Hallelujah. I'm a witness that he's able to do that. Right? Do not fear, for you will not be ashamed. Neither be disgraced, for you will not be put to shame, for you will forget the shame of your youth. We talk about it a lot, but some of us are still trying to get victory over past mistakes, past afflictions, things that have happened early on in our lives. I thank God I'm free today. I declare victory today over the things of my youth. I'm no longer there. I pray somebody will hear the word of God today, because why are you settling in these places of fear? Why are you settling in these places where you feel disgraced because of mistakes you made? He's the God of heaven and the God of earth. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. He that hath begun a good work in you, he will perform it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Not yesterday, not my days in my youth, not when mom wasn't there or dad wasn't there, not when I was being abused and being beaten, not when I felt like I was abandoned. He said, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we'll rejoice and be glad in it. I declare victory. It's time to get a mode of victory. It's time to start feeling and knowing that your God is able, right? And finishing verse 4 here, and will not remember the reproach of your widowhood anymore. For your maker is your husband. Hallelujah. For some of us, it might be your wife. God will fill that void. Amen. The Lord of hosts is his name, and your Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. He is called the God of the whole earth. Right? For the Lord has called you like a woman forsaken, grieved in spirit, like a youthful wife when you were refused, says the Lord. It's not the Spirit of God going in our closets this morning, trying to help us. Is he not? His word is powerful. Right? Right? And then he says in verse 7, for a mere moment I have forsaken you, but with great mercies I will gather you. How many of us had those times where it feels like the Lord has forsaken us? Yes. How many of us had those times where, okay, God, where you at? I need you right now. I need you right now. I don't need you tomorrow. I need you to answer this right now. And all of a sudden, God don't answer. But by the time you get to the next day, you look back and you say, well, wow, he didn't answer, but he kept me. I made it through that time. Yes. How many barely made it through, but you made it through? You don't know how you made it through, but he got you through. Yes. And now you can declare victory because of the name of Jesus Christ. Yes. Right? Hallelujah. I may have forsaken you for a moment, but with great mercies I will gather you. Hallelujah. I can testify that through his great mercies, his mercies that are new every day, God has gathered me. Is there anyone in the house who can relate to how through his mercies he has gathered you? Hallelujah. Verse 8, with a little wrath I hid my face from you for a moment, but with everlasting kindness I will have mercy on you, says the Lord your Redeemer. Oh, that's powerful right there. With a little wrath I hid my face from you for a moment. There's been times when I went the wrong way. How many times you say, well, Lord, I don't know. I feel like I'm right on this one. And we turn the wrong way. Right? And then he says, for a little moment, just not a long time, but for a little, just for a moment, there was some wrath. I had to hide my face from you because you drifted on me. I had to hide my face because you didn't handle that right on the job. I had to hide my face because you sent that text and I told you not to do that. Right? I had to hide my face from you. Right? Just for a moment. Hallelujah. But with everlasting kindness, I'll have mercy on you, says the Lord your Redeemer. Somebody needs to be encouraged by that. Verse 9, for this is like the waters of Noah to me. But as I have sworn, the waters of Noah will no longer cover the earth. So I have sworn that I will not be angry with you, nor rebuke you. Somebody needs to receive that word right there. Somebody needs to receive that word right there. That's a word of hope right there. That's a word that should deliver you from anything you're feeling based on negativity because of something that we've done or a mistake we've made. Yes. That I will not be angry with you nor rebuke you. Verse 10, for the mountains shall depart and the hills be removed, but my kindness shall not depart from you, nor shall my covenant of peace be removed, says the Lord who has mercy on you. Oh, hallelujah. And then in verse 11, he's going to deal with those of us who've been afflicted. Oh, you afflicted one, tossed with tempest and not comforted. Behold, I will lay your stones with colorful gems. I will lay your foundation with sapphires. I will make your pinnacles of rubies, your gates of crystal, and all your walls precious stone. All your children shall be taught by the Lord. This is for me. This is for me. When I read this, I jumped up and said hallelujah. When I read this, I jumped up and I declared victory. All your children shall be taught by the Lord, and great shall be the peace of your children. Yes. Who receives that today in the house?
Glory, glory, glory. Hallelujah, Jesus.
I declare victory. I declare victory. We got to stay in a victory mode, no matter what it looks like. We got to stay in a victory mode. We got to continuously confess that our God is able.
Yes, He is.
He's able.
Yes, He is.
Hallelujah. We thank you, Lord. All your children shall be taught by the Lord, and great shall be thy peace of your children. In righteousness you shall be established. All of this now should lead us to righteousness. Yes. To lead us in right standards. See, we all want the blessings of God. We all want God to answer. We all want God to lead us. We all want to prosper. But everything we do should lead us into righteousness. Right? Hallelujah. We cannot move away from the fact that we must decrease and He must increase.
Yes.
Hallelujah. And then in verse 15, indeed they shall surely assemble, but not because of me. Whoever assembles against you shall fall for your sake. Look at God telling you about your enemies. We don't have to worry about our enemies. Right? Right? We don't have to. Right? Indeed, they shall utterly assemble. Oh, they're going to gather, but not because of me. Whoever assembles against you shall fall for your sake. I hope y'all underlining these scriptures. Right? Verse 16, behold, I have created the blacksmith who blows the coals in the fire. We ain't going to get into that today, but that's powerful right there. Who brings forth an instrument for his work. And I have created, hallelujah, the spoiler to destroy. No weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Hallelujah.
Every tongue that which rises against you in judgment shall be condemned. This is the inheritance of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is from me, says the Lord. Everything we've read up to verse 17, we must understand there is somebody who is going to try to spoil that. Hallelujah. They are going to try to form a weapon. You know, it's one thing if you have a weapon. We got some folks that probably own guns, and you know, back in the day, I had nunchucks when I took karate for a few years, and you know, it's one thing to have weapons. It's another thing to form a weapon, to put together a weapon to use against somebody. What the writer is saying here, now I'm telling you these things, but you need to be in a victory mode. You need to declare victory, right? Because the weapons that are formed against you will not prosper. And then he goes on to say, don't worry about what folks are saying, because every tongue which rises up against you in judgment, God will condemn. You ain't got to worry about what folks are saying. All you got to do is trust what he said. Somebody saying stuff about you, you need to start praying for them, because God said every tongue that rises up against you in judgment, thou shalt condemn. Right? What is God saying in Isaiah 54? He is declaring victory. Right? And so there's a big difference now when we declare war versus declaring victory. So what I need to do now is switch a gear, because we're not going to get into the details of warfare. What we were going to do is have a morale boost that identifies our God's position in terms of how he looks at war. See, God don't look at war the way we do. He already won. See, God declares victory, right? And the Constitution in our country, our Constitution, gives Congress the ability to declare war. That doesn't mean we've won the war. That means we're going into war. If you're on God's side, Almighty Jehovah Jireh's side, we don't declare war. We declare victory. See, God has already won the fight. And I want you quickly just to go to Genesis chapter 3. And I want to just remind you, and we got some military folks in there, Mike. I think the highest ranking military official would be the Major General. Am I right on that? Yeah.
Marines in the Army?
Yeah, Marines and Army is the Major General. What I looked up. Right? And our Major General is Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. He is the author and finisher of our faith. He's the one that has our back. He's the one that's going to gather us as soldiers and tell us how not only to fight, but he's already going to tell you, you already won already. You're already delivered from fear. You're already going to see your children have that peace. Amen. You're already going to have your tents enlarged. The thing is now, we got to now engage in warfare. It's almost like playing with a lead. You know what I mean? You know, I don't know how many of y'all college football fans, but Alabama, them boys are serious. And yesterday they had a big lead, but you would never know it, because most teams don't play well with a big lead. But when you're a champion, you really step on the head of your opponent, even though you're in the lead. See, we got a lead when we came to Christ. We're playing with the lead, but we got to protect the lead, because we've already won. Hallelujah. All right, y'all were there, right? Genesis chapter 4. Okay. No, forgive me, y'all. Chapter 3, I'm sorry. Yeah. And we're going to start reading at verse 14. All right?